So I feel like it's maybe just simply put the best answer to the Neferi setup here. That's why they opted for it. It's decent into Rakan as well, as he goes in, you stun him, you lock him down, it's difficult for him to get out.
Or the Rift Herald. You saw a lot of trading across the map, even if it wasn't over objectives. As we are going to have an engage here from BNK. That is a nice combo on a sponge. Remember, he doesn't have the flash, has to just go in. And there it is, first blood given over to Clear. That's going to be a nice start for him.
Yep. And now, as a result of this, not only the first kill going over to a Jace, but it is also going to be all of the grubs coming as Teddy came over and was like, can I impact this in any way? No. And then decided to go back to the top lane. Rich is getting a nice lead down here.
Yeah, he just ulted straight into Diablo. Diablo is going to hit level 6, so I don't think he dies, but he is going to use his barrier instead of his ult. Vikla didn't get a kill last time Vikla didn't have his flash, so maybe this time will be the charm. Overall, a good trade. As why does this keep happening? And he really is Diablo this time around. Rich is just going to kill him.
Yeah, that shouldn't be Diable, to be honest. Rich getting a solo kill on a Xayah in this game is not really what I had on my expectations. I don't have a bingo card for this, so I wasn't going to say that.
We should
but
make them,
yeah.
Honestly, for games like this.
I'll be honest, it would not be on the bingo card if I was making one. Very high for UCal, and his ult is coming back up, so I think if they want to fight for this, he should show up, and he will.
Yeah, he's got an ability to get a nice angle on his wall once again. At least DRX are going to get one. So they got the one, but now they're trying to abandon ship once again, and now we got a 1v1 up on the top side, but Diable potentially here as he is going to flash, and now he's got his Rakan coming in, and the Ignite is going to come through as baited potentially. Teddy in a bit of trouble. The flash does come out, but he's got a Neferi on his back, and that will be enough. Raptor does pick up the kill, and so BNK will be able to trade one back.
Yeah, and DRX only pick up one grub here. Diable. Definitely a error of judgment, I would say, for DRX. Could have held the objective. Diablo had both of his summoners. Have full prio on the bottom side of the map as BNK have indexed to the top side, but that Herald is not up for a while here, so UCal is just going to get the turret for free, and DRX will get this dragon. So not feeling like BNK are finding any angles.
Well, just going to try to get some vision in here. Perhaps.
Oh, Ocean.
Yeah, we did have an Ocean yesterday, but another Ocean Soul.
Yeah.
Even Azir as well.
Raptor.
Yeah. Just going to go untargetable. We got a deep flanking TP coming in. This is a Jace who is going to be coming in here. We do have the charm in mid. They don't even need him for that. Vikla in a bit of trouble, but BNK are winning this fight right now. Sponge going very deep for it as Vikla finally gets punished by Rich, who's the only guy who's doing something on this DRX team. Going to help pick up a second kill and kind of spare the blushes of that wonky fight.
Yeah, well, quite a ways away as well. And he is going to need to make his way up. Vikla is coming over too as Weaver's Wall on his Talia, so with passive, he's just kind of surfing her way in as we have an engage onto a Xin Zhao.
I mean, there's the wall. Ondil is just going to get stunned up as he goes in. At least he has the shield, but not for very long. Elects not to flash. Curious why. I feel like if he just flashed away to the right, I think he survives, especially with this whole team there, but instead he just goes down, and that means that BNK will pick up this Rift Herald. It's only going to be for one death.
So living there denies some gold, but wouldn't change too much.
Oh, going in as now Vikla kind of isolated here on the right side. BNK just going to leave him out to dry. They say, man, you're dead. There's nothing we can do. Raptor and Kellen abandon ship.
Enough time, though, for DRX to whittle away at this dragon. Clear does have TP, but he's going to opt to push instead for now.
Just a wall here to try to get mid lane turret. It might actually pay off. The dragon is forfeited by BNK.
TP from UCal to deny that top turret, but they will lose the mid one, as you say.
Ooh, and that top one is pretty worse for wear. Not looking good up there either, so...
From BNK, who've had a pretty solid game here, to be honest, Valdez. You know, Diablo had some individual mistakes in terms of dealing with the Scion that he's not probably too used to laning into all that much, but past. And team fighting is going to be tough against this comp, but they need to hold on to this lead as here comes Vikla.
Oh, they're going really deep for that one. He goes untargetable though, and it's UCal who gets caught out. The follow-up is excellent from Kellen, and they just burst him down.
Are just going to take a Baron off of this. Ondil and Sponge and Teddy are on an angle here, but getting in is going to be easier said than done.
I mean, they might be able to kill clear, but I don't know. BNK, I think they should have just taken the Baron. They elect to go for the fight. The Redemption comes in, but already taking a bunch of damage. But still, BNK winning this one so far. The flip back is good, but Rich picks up a third kill. Might have to pay for it, though, as down he will go. It's another kill onto Diablo, who did 4,000 damage in that fight.
Much damage Diablo did in that fight. You can see Rich, as tanky as he is, you know, is killable, especially with the fight starting off the way it did. Kind of sloppy there from BNK. They'll get away with it. And this is kind of what I was talking about, where I'm like, okay, we've seen them throw leads in the past, but look at Rich. His health bar is already at half. Sponge, once the Crescent Guard is gone, he is gone with it.
And live, we do have Ondel getting picked off as well. The Baron push is coming in. They're trying to extend vision in the jungle.
Fighting 5v5 is insanely strong, but BNK are just not going to let them have that 5v5. They just keep pushing. They keep extending vision. They keep finding angles. Now turning on to Rich.
Yeah, and DRX, they keep trying to take fights when they're down members, and it feels a bit desperate, you know, like they're trying to claw their way back in with a nice fight, but they're behind already in gold, but down a member as well. And they're going to try to bully their way through as a 5-man unit.
I mean, Kellen could just sacrifice himself here, essentially. I mean, he doesn't even have to if he doesn't get caught, and they're just saying, you can't come anywhere near this Otacon, it's mine. And now they have Reses with the Baron buff, and they can now try to threaten those inhibitors.
Yeah.
They could win a fight, they could get back in, but they're just not giving them that fight.
Yeah, they're definitely not. We see Raptor just able to pressure on the side as once again they just charm up UCal. UCal not able to play the game tonight. It's just not happening for him, and the dive follow-up is there. Teddy just got here, doesn't even elect to ult in. Now he has to, and he's just going to die instead. BNK way too far ahead as the Zion who got fed feels pretty good, but not good enough as they're just pretty much withdrawing underneath the turret because they can. Didn't have to do that, but for the vibes, I suppose, the mental edge is BNK might just end the game right here.
I mean, they have a wave coming through, and I mean, 20 seconds on UCal, I just don't think there's a defense here.
It's not looking too likely, but without the Baron, maybe Rich can clear this wave. He's absolutely trying his best, and BNK low on health. They're not going to take the chance here.
Like anyone who's at the front line, because it's just not a tanky comp, you know?
Well, they're going to go in onto Diablo and Kellen as Ontel just dies. And meanwhile, we have Clear coming on in and just ending the game as this is happening. And we got a little bit of a team fight. Hard to even call it a team fight at this point. As Clear is going to go into the 1v1. He's just going to go for Rich, actually. We got another TP coming in as the team fight is going the way of BNK. And they should be able to end this game from here. Unless the zombie Scion does something, but not looking very likely. The two of them alone will hit the Nexus, and BNK go up 1-0.
You know, outside of Diablo getting solo killed, I have very few notes here for BNK. That was just a clean game. I feel like it's really hard to use in team fights here because getting the backline is not going to be easy and not necessarily going to be safe either to do. Leona Ezreal is also a very strong lane. You know, it's very punishing if you get caught. Now, Raptor's down here.
Got a nice little dive set up here, although Kellen is going to get extremely low. First blood goes over, and Raptor as well is just dead. It's 2 kills given over to DRX in a failed dive. And so not a lot of damage goes in onto that Leona.
Yeah, and it's not really a big deal for BNK because Diablo's laning into an Ambessa down here and doesn't care, and don't really lose anything from this. It's not like Teddy's going to be like, aha, now plate gold. So that didn't really work out. Definitely a missed opportunity, it feels like, for sure. And over here, Rich is just getting what he can.
It was a nice dodge, yes, but also he wasn't moving all that much. Diablo gonna get hit by the ult here, and now he's in a lot of trouble as he does not seem to have his Arcane Shift. Actually winning the trade now. As I say that, Flash comes in, still had barrier. As I got baited, and so did Rich. Yeah, it's a nice little trade for Diablo. Down a level.
Yeah, down a level. Doesn't have his ultimate.
We'll see if it actually works out. We've already seen one dive kind of struggle. The Dominus is already here.
Does a lot of damage.
Zyra does, but already a miss on the root. A bit of damage coming out from the plants, and they've really chunked him down. Another dive happening in the bottom lane. I thought that dive would be a lot easier. The follow-up dive here is clean from the side of DRX, so in fact you can dive the Renekton if you're given enough time.
Yeah.
And they take him out, and guess who lives? It's Rich.
It doesn't even need to use his ult in this situation, so feeling pretty good. As Raptor is pretty low from that last skirmish, is going to start this dragon up, and Viego will TP, so it should be able to get this, but yeah, I think BNK looking a little bit lost in that last fight. Sponge not hesitating at all to look for the engage with the setup he already had. And you're starting to see big advantages stack up across the lanes outside of topside.
What are we watching?
Supportal combat!
Kellen, where are you going? I mean, he's stopping his back, I guess. But if you give him enough time, I mean, we're even seeing a Magnet Storm here. Well, Andal got him, I guess, and now baited, I suppose. Okay, that was really strange. Teddy is going to kill Kellen.
But Sponge is behind on farm, but making a much bigger impact in this game, although right now, maybe not.
Yeah, he doesn't have any flash or teammates or anything, and Clear's just going to pick up a nice kill. That's some value for your teleport.
Full level of Prio, sitting on a 200 gold lead.
Well, we got UCal in a lot of trouble here, and he's going to elect not to flash. Definitely the right choice, especially with also Kellen making his way up there. There's just no way you're getting out alive. So another pick to BNK.
Yeah, Prio that Teddy holds in the mid lane is really so valuable right now. You can see Viego on the top lane has that big wave of minions going through, but I think DRX would be happy to drop them to get this Herald. See if that collapses, if you can find a good target here on this Ahri.
Well, gonna miss the solar flare, but the charm's gonna land. Nice dodge on the root as well. Clear is in that back line amongst 5 of them, and the damage comes through. They just take him out. But the MF ult is going to do a lot of damage there as well, but it's already 4v3 in favor of BNK, and Teddy's got to flash away. Raptor looking for some more as the resets coming through for the Viego and the Ahri.
Yeah, the solo laners here for DRX trying to keep BNK interested so they can't actually take the Herald. So while he won't be able to deal with the misfortune and the wave push, he is not going to die in this scenario and will be able to hold the turret. I want to watch that again because I'm not sure. Where was On?
Yeah.
Any value Magnet Storm?
Okay, well, Kellen just died.
Yeah.
In live. Not sure how that happened.
He has died a few times this game in unusual circumstances, but we might get a replay of it to figure out a little bit more, but it looks like he was just trying to clear vision towards this dragon, ended up getting caught. Pizza strength to DRX after that play. One other thing I wanted to point out in that fight too is even though BNK ended up having
Viego, Ahri, really obvious ones, but even the bottom lane as well. Gonna have an ult in here and gonna chase him down this very long lane. Clear has flash and Dominus, and he just doesn't want any of it. He doesn't have any vision. He doesn't want to take the risk.
Play Leona, sometimes you feel immortal. Have Aftershock, you have Eclipse.
Yeah.
You're sitting on Merc Treads, you're like, you can't even hold me in place very long. As well, top laners just take turns killing turrets.
Oh, we got a TP coming in. They want to punish Rich here, but Rich is Ambessa with flash. Gonna get over this wall. Clear says, well, I guess we'll just trade flash for your teleport, Viego.
Everyone but Viego has it.
Uh-oh. Hide on bush. And guess who's up here as well? No objective just yet, but we got TPs coming in. But guess what? It's already 2v1. So your TP, Rich, it's not going to amount to all too much. He's just going to have to run away as now Raptor is Corky chasing after the flashless Ambessa. And the rest of the team is coming up here as well. They don't even need them as the Heartbreaker does come out. Raptor gets a big shutdown. This Viego is pretty gigantic right now. Flash Charm right on top of Sponge, but he will be punished for it. Viego does get locked down by Andal, but now with the resets coming through with the Viego and the Renekton and the Ezreal, this is what this comp loves to do, is just chase you down, get more resets, and have a very scrappy fight. DRX not able to find the team fight they were looking for.
In the top lane is just not what they expected. You know, they expected it was going to be more dragon focused. UCal can TP in, so he's just going to hold it up there. Even to a lesser extent, Viego. As Vicla's on a flank here.
Oh man. This is what the Ezreal does from ahead, and now that flank you mentioned is gigantic. They try to go in on it onto Viego once again. It's just not lining up for Andal. He just keeps going in on Viego and getting punished. 4 kills happened in the blink of an eye. BNK, they can take Baron now.
Yeah, 100%, and UCal's down flash. You know, there's just no way he's going to get out of that. I think it was a really nice setup, that lead against Gen G. I think they will close it out. Like, they're playing so well.
Yeah, I mean, Raptor incredibly strong here. He's just baiting them into fights. Like, this area is controlled by BNK. DRX have no business being around there and trying to turn that one onto the Viego that's got 6 kills. And so they will be punished once again. The Rebel Baron power play is on.
1,000 lead, and now he's got a shield.
Yeah, the shield bow, right?
Yeah, shield bow, sorry. I think I said Bloodthirster. He's got the shield
They're
bow.
both red.
Yeah.
They kind of, you know, stick out. They got like the white in the middle. It makes sense. Yeah, Sponge might just be dead here. I'm not sure about the follow-up, though. The Flash Charm not going to land this time. And as well, you can tell he's playing out this Ezreal aggressively, baiting them into bad spots. Arcane shifting forward when he knows the timing is right. I feel like BNK don't necessarily have to do this, but the scrappier the better, I suppose, for their comp. And trying to catch out Rich. But DRX are going to reclaim this Tri-Brush. Andal, though, level 9. As here comes Kellen, he's going to engage straight onto Teddy, not going to follow up there. Vikla does get isolated. Kellen is going down. This is a very messy fight for the Cloud Soul. Still taken by BNK. In goes Vikla once again. Look at the damage from the True Shot Barrage. But no follow-up here for clear. As a massive Q comes in. He locks 2 of them down. And just baited by the Fed Renekton once again. Well, okay, well that was kind of sad, but it's okay. You already did your job, and Diablo will clean up from here.
He just saved the fight for them,
Yeah.
100% on his own. It was a lost fight if he doesn't make those plays, if he doesn't get those kills. Position to close this one out now.
He baited out the Andal ult, I guess. Because Andal, you know, we talked about the wobble combo potential of this comp. I have only seen single-man Magnet Storms the entire game. And
Against Teddy, it's making a very large impact.
hasn't been much of a contest between the two of them.
No.
Actually, Diablo's just been winning every game so far. Andal gonna go in. He is gonna catch a Ezreal, but that's not a real target. And Andal will be going down. Teddy also pretty low. In they both go though, stacking on top of each other into the Zyra. But I think the wallets are heavy enough that they can just press their buttons, go all in, and end the game. As Rich, just pulled out of his ult. Not going to land it, and that will be the end of this one. BNK, very clean performance, and DRX, they're going to have to figure out what happened today.
Yeah, this was not the same performance from them that I saw against T1, where they pushed T1, to a pretty uncomfortable position. They did end up losing both of those games, but looked really good. I think definitely some of the hype for DRX deflating after this one, but I gotta say, it was a clean series from BNK, start to finish.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.